Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Ravers Mead. Are you ready, Mr. Blueberry? So me and Blue are just going to go for a little play in the field. We're going to have our first little attempt at a very small schooling session today. It's going to be his first time doing anything other than a stroll up and down the road this year. So yeah, I was just walking around the field last night, taking pictures of flowers and looking at all the pretty things, like you do with an evening. And I can actually do that in the evening now because it's light when I finish work, which is awesome. And yeah, as I was wandering around, I kind of just stopped and thought to myself, it's really dry out here. And then the penny dropped and I was like, I wonder if it's dry enough to ride on. So today is kind of going to be a test run. The boys are being weird. Or rather, Woody's being weird and Blue's just tolerating him. They were doing this a minute ago and they managed to catch themselves on the electric wire, so I should probably move away from them a little bit in case they do it again, just in case they spook themselves. So anyway, gonna do a little bit of a test run today, see how the field holds out. I'm only gonna be going in our trashed field, so that one over there, even though it's kind of trashed, I have put grass seed down on there, so that's off limits. I'm not going in any of the nice fields, so we're basically gonna be going in the one right down the end there. The one where you decided to run through the fence a couple of weeks ago, cheeky boy. And yeah, we're just going to see how the ground holds out because it would be so good if I could start doing a bit of schooling early this year. It would be so helpful. Seriously helpful. So we're going to have a little pootle around. We're just going to test things, see what he remembers, see how he's feeling. And then we'll go from there. Are you ready? Handsome boy. You were so good having your bridle on, weren't you? Yes, you were. So I thought I would do a probably slightly cringy little voiceover for this bit of the video, just to kind of clue you guys in on what's going on here. So we didn't do anything complicated at all for this schooling session. It was literally like a back to school intro for him. Just wanted to test the waters, see how he was responding to the questions I was asking, basically. Now, as you can see here, we did have a few problems with a little bit of napping. Well, to be fair, I'm not sure I can justify calling it napping. So over to the top right of the shot here, there's some fields behind that hedge over there. And my friend's horses were having a very jolly time as I was riding Blue. They were galloping around the field having the time of their life, and it kind of got his attention, spooked him a little bit. Then he kind of decided he wanted to join in. As you can see, he did get a bit feisty down that long side there. And it was just a very big distraction for a very fresh pony who is also very rusty. So I can't be mad at him over that. He did pay attention to me eventually. He did kind of stop watching them hooning around. He's a little bit argumentative over his mouth, but that's nothing new for Blue. He does what I like to call his Jabba the Hutt impression. So if you see him kind of open his mouth and shake his tongue around like a freak, that's his Jabba the Hutt impression. And he does that for any number of reasons. It's usually a sign of frustration or confusion for him. And yeah, he did that quite a lot. There was a lot of rein jerking going on from his side of things, which wasn't too fun for my shoulders, I'm not going to lie. Doesn't look like much on the screen, but when he does it, he really tries to yank your shoulders out of their sockets, so that's always lovely. Got quite a bit of stopping going on as well. Yeah, there we go, he's spooking at the horses at the field again. They're frightfully interesting, apparently. You'd think he'd never seen another horse play before. Sure there was a spook that happened somewhere around here, but I can't quite remember. He tried to do his airs above ground impression, basically. Did a lovely big leap, which I was not expecting, but somehow managed to sit it. I have no idea how far into this clip that is, but I swear it happened. Yeah, so we just kept it really simple. I did mostly walking with him, just because I wanted to get him listening to my seat. I wanted to get him responsive off my leg. I just wanted to get a conversation going, really, have a bit of contact down the reins, work on some really simple bending and moving him around. And I know most people, when they school a horse, like to go straight up into trot and just crack on with it, but I like doing work in walk. I always think if you're not having a successful conversation in walk, what makes you think you're going to have a better one in trot? Like, you need to start at the bottom of the stack, really, and work your way up. So that's what we did. We did lots of walking, lots of, just working out our communication skills, getting back in the swing of things. And he's really marching along, bless him. He's a bit uncoordinated. Well, we're both a bit uncoordinated, to be fair. We're out of practice. But all in all, I think he looks quite good. Like, he's certainly got a presence about him still. Is this where he does his little butt? Yeah, there we go. Oh, it looks tiny. My goodness, that felt like he jumped a 6 foot spread when I was sat on him. That is ridiculous. Why do things always look really, really like nothing, but when you're on them at the time, it feels like the most humongous thing in the world? That's so weird that that happens. Anyway, yeah, so we're starting to soften a little bit here. He's really listening, bless him. He's really trying his little heart out. So we're going to try a little bit of a trot here. That head just swung up there, but it's okay. He will settle down and bring it back down again eventually. It's kind of part of his Jabba the Hutt response. Whenever he doesn't understand or he's frustrated or confused, he just swings that head up and lashes that tongue around like nobody's business. But oh, bless him. He's really, really stiff there, isn't he? He does work through it, though. He got better. We only did a small bit of trotting just because he is so unfit. And he does get a little bit softer as this clip goes on, and he starts to relax a bit, and we just kind of get into a better rhythm together. Oh, well, clearly we didn't have much rhythm there. That was a bit of a disagreement over something. Oh, that's so funny. Does anybody just love watching footage of their horse just bronking and being silly? Like, even though I'm on him, it still entertains me. It's very childish, isn't it? Oh, so you can see he's starting to get... Oh, no, their head's gone up again. I was about to say he's starting to get a bit more rhythmic there. Yeah, still a bit heady. That thing's just swinging around all over the place, really, but... I can't really blame him. He's had a lot of time off. I'm trying to think when the last time he would have done any schooling would have been, because I didn't do an awful lot of schooling with them last year. We did mostly hacking. And he did mostly in-hand showing last year as well. So I'm struggling to think when the last time he would have done any schooling would have been. It was a long time ago. It was several months ago for sure. And he's not done any ridden work at all since, I would say, October, November time-ish. So he's had a good solid 2 months of doing absolutely nothing, apart from being a feral bulldozer pony who likes to break everything around the yard. Yeah, anybody who doesn't know, Blue likes to break things. He finds it very entertaining. There we go, we're looking a bit better now. He's starting to relax, that head's come back down a bit. So, oh yeah, we're spooked at the water trough there. I should have dragged that out of the way, really. It is kind of in the middle of the path, so that was my bad on that one. Right, I have absolutely no idea where I got to in this voiceover. My laptop just started screaming at me saying, "Plug me in, I'm about to die." So kind of lost my trail of thought. Oh, okay, so we had a little failed attempt at going up into canter there. Now, I actually remember that transition very well. That was completely my fault. I did not give him enough forewarning, and I kind of screwed the pooch on that one. So that was my bad. Sack the rider. That one was a little bit better. Now, this is Blue's least favourite lead. He really, really struggles this way. He is a lefty for some reason. I think all my other horses prefer this rein, sorry. But Blue is a lefty, so he's eager to try, bless him. He's so keen. Yeah, see, the strike off on this rein is much more enthusiastic. He's much more confident going this way. He's much more balanced and happy in it. He wanted to take off a little bit there as well, bless him. He's really wanting to stretch himself out. Oh, doesn't he look good? I know that nose is sticking out, but damn, he's a good looking horse. Oh yes, he's proud of himself there. Oh, and that was pretty much it. As far as I remember, we kept it short and sweet. Like I say, he's really unfit, so by this point he is pretty tired. Bless him. He was kind of struggling towards the end there. So we just had a nice little walk around, little stretch to finish off, and that was pretty much it. So all in all, I think that was a good little first schooling session. Blue's never done a ton of schooling. Like I've just not got very far with him because his feet have a tendency to explode. So he's been very stop-start in his schooling career. I'm really hoping this year that we're going to have better luck with him. We're looking at getting him some scoot boots to hopefully protect his feet a bit more. But yeah, we need to get a move on with that, I think, before the hot weather comes and his feet start exploding. But anyway, that's just about it for this one. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!